Hey, what's up everybody? It's Lids, and we're back for some more Pyre Community RITE Night, which means, of course, some good old-fashioned multiplayer Pyre, featuring first and foremost none other than the members of the RITE Club Discord server, the place for all things multiplayer Pyre. And if you're interested in getting more involved in multiplayer Pyre, then the best way to do so is by joining said Discord group, which you can do by clicking on that link right there. But those of you in chat, you are not off the hook. No, because you see the red circle with the white L below chat. You click on that and you'll find all the various requests you can make today, including things ranging from selecting players' exiles, masteries, songs, or even Titan Stars are all fair game. So, without further ado, let's hop into versus mode. We'll set ourselves back to our defaults here, but let us know if there is anyone who would like to get us started today, or if there's anything we would like to see for our first few matches, or really, our first match. And how is everybody doing? Hope you're all doing well. I saw Yakety Lilac. Yes, you are welcome to get in here. If you would like, we'll be looking for some people to get us started today. If you would like to kick things off today, you are welcome to do so. Or anyone else, for that matter. Yakety and then maybe Macaws. Looks like might be the first two. Awesome. Okay. Now let's see. Oh, let me get Steam friends up here before I forget. Okay, great. So, I saw someone was asking in Discord about how to get the logistics down for getting in here. And basically, and I'm assuming that person is probably you, Yakety Lilac, even though the names between Twitch and Discord may not always align. But basically, the gist of it is, if you send me a Steam friend request, that is the key thing that I can get you in with that. So if you have not yet done so, if you could just take a second to do that, that would be lovely. My Steam friend code is pinned at the top of the Black Wagon page on the Discord, so you should be able to send me one that way. But you may be a step ahead. You may have already done that. Hey, iRotor, how's it going? How are you? Oh, and let me, speaking of Discord, let me actually get in. That would probably be helpful as well. Alright. Hey, Macaws, how's it going?
Oh, hello.
Let me get you... Nice, let me get you an invite while we're at it. Okay, should be on its way. In the meantime, let me check to see if I have received a friend request real quick. Let's see. Steam friends. Okay. I see someone whose Steam name is, well, Nightwings. In, what is it, technically in Saurian? So, you know, I'm guessing that's probably someone from this Discord server, if I had to venture a guess. Might that be you, Yakety Lilac?
We talk about how Yakety Lilac is like a top 10 greatest handle.
That is a fantastic name. You will get no argument from me. That was you? Okay, perfect. Thought there was a pretty good chance, but just to confirm. Okay, let's see. Okay, so invite should be on its way for you as well. Hopefully that one went through. Oh, there we go. There's the magic sound effect. Okay. Now, remind me, Macaws, do you usually play on keyboard, mouse, or controller?
Controller Andy.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. And Yakety, what is your preference? Do you go keyboard, mouse, or do you go controller? Keyboard, mouse for you? Okay, gotcha. So in that case, if we go controller for Macost and keyboard, mouse for Yakety, that should be fine. No worries, Camilo. Yeah, totally up to you, Yakety. If you want to jump in to the Discord channel where we are actively speaking to one another, you are welcome to do so. That way you get real-time commentary rather than the 4-second delay or whatever it is on Twitch. You could just mute yourself if you don't want to talk, but, you know, totally up to you if that's not a big deal. Don't have to join. That works too. But okay, so it looks like in this case we should have Macaws player 1 and Yakety player 2. Let me just set you both up. Let's see. Macaws. And as fantastic a name as Yakety Lilac is, I don't think I'm going to be able to say that full name very quickly in commentary. So should I shorten it to Yakety? Should I shorten it to Lilac? What is the preference?
You should believe in yourself more.
Right? Yakety Lilac. Oh man, I'm going to have to do some serious practice beforehand to make sure. But Yak is certainly shorter. Lilac is good, though. That works, too. That works, too. Go. Woo, sorry, I punched the microphone. That's my bad. Okay. There we go. Okay. Do we have any preferred triumvirates for Macaws or Lilac? Or does anything work? Punching ASMR, oh god.
I'll go True Nightwings, please.
True Nightwings for Macaws. Very, very stylish choice. I approve. Any triumvirate preference for you, Lilac? Fate or Nightwings? Okay, well, I mean, we can't turn down the opportunity to have Nightwings against True Nightwings. I feel like we have to do that. Okay. We go this route. True Nightwings, Nightwings. Instant classic, confirmed. Okay, why don't we take a second. Let me just make sure that Lilac has actual Steam controls. Remote play, will you cooperate today? The golden magic question. Okay, let's just double check, Lilac, if these controls look good for you. Sometimes we have different people changing up the keyboard mouse controls, so just make sure what we have here makes sense. And if you want to change, then by all means, go for it. What is this fancy schmancy mouse button 3 for move to cursor? Works for you? Okay, awesome. Alright, so in that case, let us know, chat, if there is anything we would like to see setup-wise for this first match of the day between Macaws and Yakety Lilac in what will be Yakety Lilac's first match in a RITE Night, so that's exciting stuff. Welcome to the RITE Club, happy to have you. Oh, of course, at the very least, for our first match, we gotta turn on that sermon intro. That goes without saying. Are we looking for anything in particular here, or are we going to keep it nice and simple, start off with just whatever the players want, and then we'll start to introduce extra little layers of intrigue? Looks like this will be it. Okay, no worries. Simple, straightforward to get things started. Nothing wrong with that. Oh, I know what arena this is.
You heed the summons to the Hulk of Horus. Here you may step closer to achieving freedom. May further shame befall whomever fails. True Nightwings, stand prepared. Prepare yourselves, Nightwings. Who shall strive for freedom?
Alright, so no requests from chat, and that means it is entirely up to the players to go with whatever they'd like here. Now, Lilac, I don't know to what extent you have used the mods that we have installed here today. It's the most important thing is you'll see on the character selection screen here, we have a few more characters. Basically, the idea is it is possible for you to take 3 of a kind of any class. So the characters at the bottom level that might not look as familiar, they are functionally the same as the characters from other classes that you are familiar with. It's just a way of, say, getting 3 savages, if you wanted 3 savages, or something along those lines. But statistically and skills-wise, they're the same as the other members of those classes. Oh, don't forget your skills, though. Oh, a bold choice. Did you want to, take skills? Actually, I'm surprised that it didn't prompt you. Didn't say, like, hey, you can take skills.
Yeah, it is odd. We can do a restart if Lilac wants to get masteries on.
Yeah, usually it does that for, yeah, is it only for talismans? It definitely does it for talismans. I honestly didn't even realize it doesn't do it for masteries. I feel like we ought to give Lilac the chance to reset it. We'll lock back in the boat, because, I mean, you can't turn down. Yeah, no worries, Lilac. No worries. Okay, let's jump back in. I got you.
The legendary second sermon.
I was debating whether to do it or not.
Welcome to the Hulk of Horus. Each of you seeks to be free from this forsaken land. Try not to let the pressure get to you.
I mean, it was a boat, right? I couldn't say no.
Nightwing, stand ready.
Me on the mic, you get a sermon every round.
The rite shall begin forthwith.
Alright, so once again, no requests from chat. Up to the players, take whatever they'd want here. I mean, McCoss, technically you could take something different if you really wanted to, if you changed your mind, but otherwise, can of course stick with what you took last time, and that means it will still be a legendary talisman, infinite stamina Tizo. So we saw a speedy stowaway. But now with the masteries. Okay, so there we go. Now we're in business. Hold on a second here. That's 2 legendary talismans for McCoss, and going full right side for the somewhat unusual defensive curve. We have seen people at times demonstrate that is still a very effective strategy, even if it is less common. Cur Fang on Lilac's Cur, so more offensive setup in that case. And Mikos goes all in on the legendary talismans. That's 3 for 3 there. That time with the worm. Extra jumping distance on Gilman, that means. Well, we did also have the scribe snuffs, but that's a minor thing, in case you mess up the masteries. So it'll be a speedy Gilman in the last spot for Lilac. And alright, here we go. Our first match of the day. Well, let's just make sure the controls are working for Lilac, because I see you can switch the exiles. Okay, there we go. Perfect. Nice. And if that's not the exact control setup that you were looking for, then of course we can look to switch that in between matches. But that is Lilac getting us off to a quick start with a 28 damage Cur Plunge, and this is Lilac's first match as a member of the RITE Club, so welcome to the RITE Club. And here is Mikos answering with a 25 damage throw from the Imp. Extra offense from Tizo, more than just the typical 15 damage in that case. Stowaway banished here, and Mikos recovers the orb. And this time, it's Barker. And although he might be a little more defensively inclined with his masteries, Mikos still not opposed to jumping in there, and actually has the built-in prayer beads by being all right side. So here is Barker again. Has that extra ability on the cast. It just lingers around, making it easier to chain those banishments together. Mikos is getting very aggressive, trying to get those banishments with Barker. Meanwhile, though, here comes Lilac. Retreats, regathers. Starts making a move. Runs out of stamina at the wrong time. Mikos moving in for more banishments, this time with Tizo. Mikos now moves in with Tizo. Was not sure if that was an intentional 360 throw there, but it was off the mark.
Tactical 360.
Exactly. It's the only way to do it. Oh, and Gilman just barely catches that cast, and down he goes. Mikos back with Barker. This time it's a 15 damage throw.
The orb is taken.
And I think both exiles going down in that exchange. Cur versus Cur.
Not much force of will.
But Mikos wins out there. This time it's 9 damage from Barker's throw. Oh, and the Stowaway nearly... Oh, that was absolutely crazy. That boat magic there. The Stowaway nearly avoided the cast earlier, but now it is once again the throw from Barker for Mikos. Big jumps from the Stowaway, but she is unfortunately landing in the aura of those casts. Now, with Ruki, trying to find a way around these many casts that Mikos has thrown around. And that was a snipe from Barker. That is his specialty, what with the way that Mikos built him. Mikos eventually makes the move and plunges in here, and with 20 damage that means Lilac is holding on with 1. But sometimes that's all you need. Mikos moving in, gets blocked. But on the second attempt here, with Tizo moves in for the winning plunge.
The true Night Wings prevail.
GG.
'Twas as though the scribes themselves stood by their side.
Well played, you two.
Thus end this night's proceedings.
Alright, and let's head on back.
Until the next rite.
And let us know, chat, if there's anything we want for the next one. Lilac, were those the proper controls for you? Or may not have fully understood the configs. It looked for a second there like there was this moment of hesitation of like, oh wait, this is not the control setup that I thought I would signed up for. My guess is that you probably use one of these presets, unless you have customized in a specific way. Probably mouse presets. Maybe this. Because that's the default when you boot up the game, right? So if you're not sure, I would think that's probably most likely what you're used to doing. Move left mouse, pass with space. Occasionally we'll see people do the WASD. Not sure about the correct, but typically use mouse to move. Okay, so that makes sense then. I think this is probably what you want. Yeah. Okay. So, hopefully, that means of the proper key binding setup for you. Looks good? Okay, awesome. Awesome. Alright, well as we were saying, let us know, chat, if there is anything we'd like to see for the next one. How's it going, Anor? Akor is coming in with an arena request. Looks like we'll be headed toward the Glade of Liu. So if the arena is locked in... Oh, okay, we do have a song as well, and it is the corresponding song at that grand ceremony.
Corresponding, because he
Oh
requested
no, I wasn't even thinking about that. What have I done? I walked right into it. Indeed. It is a rare one, yeah. And Lilac was saying either Nightwings or Fate, and Macaws had already committed to True Nightwings, and so I said, you know what? We can't pass up this opportunity to go Nightwings against True Nightwings. Okay, any last thoughts here in terms of requests, or is this all we're looking for? Seems like this might be it. Alright, let's do it. Some more Nightwings, True Nightwings action.
The true Nightwings shall now face the Nightwings. Welcome.
But in terms of team composition,
Who shall conduct
it
the
should
rites?
still be all up to the players. Yeah, is the controller behaving properly? Because that was a little weird for a second there. I saw that. Peel's offended in WASD. Look, I didn't say everyone does the mouse presets. Oh, now look at that. The rare voluntary curse talisman I think might have seen Macaws also take the Imp Salute, which is a decent combination there. It's an insurance policy in case the Blackheart does turn Macaws' Tizo into a Howler. He can transform back using that Imp Salute.
Sir Gilman.
Yakety Lilac. Sticking with a worm here. did, of course, see a lot of legendary talismans from Macost last time. Goes legendary Crone talisman here. I should note, this is not a typical glade. This is a modded glade. We will not have the brambles spawn in. The arena will remain open for the entirety of the match, for whatever that's worth. That may affect the way in which you choose to build your team. Oh yes, we have the hangover effect on the stowaway for the lower speed, so good idea. Go with Almer or the most stylish man on the downside instead. Exactly, yeah. Basically, if you take one of the stat boosting talismans in one match, in the next match, the character is going to have a penalty on that stat, so we tend to call it the hangover effect. But if you use Almer here, you'll be fine. Don't forget the masteries! Shall we?
I just won't take masteries on my
Yeah,
next
we
guy.
can do it that way.
Just for you.
Oh, thank you. I was gonna say, I mean, if someone is to take Gareth, it ought to be Macost taking him in his proper raiment colors. The reason why he established himself as the most stylish man in the downside. Ladies and gentlemen, Gareth. He doesn't need masteries. He gets by on style alone. No, you can take masteries on this one. Basically, what that means is each of you will have one exile that does not have masteries. So it should even out. Theoretically. Do we know if there's a hangover effect from the lunar glass? 'Cause it's not a direct quickness boost. And it wouldn't show up directly on the stat page like this, so it would be less obvious. But I don't know if we've ever tested that. This will be a speedy meta rookie here for Lilac. And here we go for our second match between these two, and this time hopefully with the preferable key bindings for Lilac as well. Here is Almer. He's rushed down. Gilman avoids that cast. There is the Black Heart, and it does transform Macost into a Howler, but immediately switches back. That's why he took that Imp Salute. Big cast from Gareth. Rookie has it back, and almost had a way through there, but it's Macost once more. And here with Udmilda, charges up the throw. Now that throw is unblockable, and it does land for 21. Right, I want to say no, Lunar Glass does probably not have the hangover effect, but then again, it's hard to say that definitively without testing it, because it is Pyre we're talking about here. Macost with Gareth has those banishing throws with the shooting star. Wait, is that Gareth's maximum range? Because there is some bug that limits the range of the throw. I forget how we established that can happen, but that wouldn't be the first time we've seen that before. If that was truly a fully charged cast, or rather, fully charged throw. As Lilac gets in here, and with the Curfang, extra damage as well. Whoa, it's Gareth. Thank you very much. PH at the end. Seriously, he's the most stylish man on the downside. The least we owe him is to get his name correct. No, Gareth would be too boring. Too normal of a name. He's special like that. He's special like this. Look at that style. Just oozes style and class. Beautiful. Ooh, and look at this. Quick counterattack from Lilac. And with all that stamina, has some time to be patient and pick the right angle to attack from, but ultimately couldn't find a good way to do it. Oh, well, eventually, the patience does pay off, and there is another 23 damage.
It seems the Nightwings are a bit ahead.
Now it's Almer. Back to Rookie. No Gilman in this round after that plunge, so Lilac gonna have to find a way to get it done without him here.
I almost pity what transpired there.
Udmilda, rush down. Savage versus Savage. Almer. Waiting for the right moment, but
Poor exile.
that wasn't it. So now it's Rookie's turn. He speeds past, and... oh, so close. McCoss with the last second save, and then jumps just barely over the defender. Just far enough to avoid landing in that cast or getting rushed down before executing the jump, and so McCoss able to get the score there. Comes back in Howler form once again, but once again, that means that's loot paying off, but Lilac, unfazed by the Imp Defender, able to plunge in there for 20. That time with Almer. This time, Lilac moving in with Gilman, but he's stopped. So is Udmilda.
The orb is up.
Gilman's back, has the infinite stamina. Can he find a way around the dashing looks of Gareth? Gilman's still here. Gets the stamina back. Trying to create some space. Oh, but look at that big cast from Gareth. And over to Messenger Imp. And the throw lands for 14.
The Nightwing's adversaries gained an edge.
Rookie, around the other way.
Alma banished.
Retreats. Oh, but Udmilda in position to rush him down, and Udmilda wins the orb back close to Lilac's Pyre. Oh, but the throw is off target. As one scores potentially all that McCoss needs here, at least in the case of Udmilda, she would have enough damage. She misses again, though, and can't get the throw off in time. Lilac with a close call there, but up to the task. Makes the stop, and now on the attack here. But McCoss handles that and moves in with the Howler. No, switches back to Imp form. That throw is off the mark as well. Lilac's turn once again.
How brazen.
Gilman returns, but he's stopped.
The flames of
But
freedom.
McCoss does make it in. It's only 15 damage, which means Lilac is still holding on here, but at this point, McCoss no longer needs to be picky. Any score would do. Any of his exiles would have enough damage. Lilac, though, here with Gilman. He's stopped. Gareth. Back to Udmilda. Against Rookie. Jumps over Rookie, but Rookie recovers in time.
After this time.
And McCoss defenseless, at least momentarily, but Gareth returns just in time. Gets the vanishing throw. Oh, and Gareth survives. Actually makes the defensive play. The throw from McCoss lands for the win.
The true Nightwings
Game.
prevail. They
GG.
thrust aside their adversaries without too much trouble.
Well played, you two.
Thus end this night's proceedings.
Very nice. Alright, well, let's head on back. And let us know, chat,
Until the next rite.
if there is anything we would like to see for the next one. Otherwise, we'll reset ourselves here to our defaults. And we can, of course, leave it up to the players to set themselves up, as we did last time, unless there is anything in particular we're looking for here. And Core says we ought to head to the book. Oh, hold on. We have a couple of arena requests. Core was first in here with the book request, so Lilac will put the boat in the queue. We'll do the boat next time. But it looks like Core is going for a bit of a theme here. He is recreating the first match of the campaign, going with the book, no skills, no talismans. So just the base exiles, nothing else, and then the song will be Forbidden Knowledge. I see the picture he is painting. And I assume that was the last brush stroke that he had. Can't really think of anything. I mean, you could turn customize off, but it's not going to do all that much when there aren't very many factors to customize at this point. Turn on the sermon intro while we're at it? Alright, fair enough. I suppose that is possible as well. Okay, let's get this one started, and then Lilac, just remind me that you have the boat request in the queue for the next one. We can do that then. I'll try to remember as well.
Stand forth, exiles. You are gathered here within the Book of Rites. You now have this chance to prove yourselves. Only the righteous shall emerge victorious. True Nightwings, stand prepared. Nightwings, stand prepared. Who shall stand together here this night?
Alright, so remember, no masteries, no talismans. All we have for this rite is the base exile, and that's it. And that can make a pretty big difference. Classes that you might usually like to play can feel a lot different when you are not having much to work with. Some things that perhaps you might take for granted, you realize suddenly you no longer have. As Macaws went Nomad and now Demon, Lilac led off with Gilman the Worm. And now the Stowaway. Last piece for Macaws is Rookie. And Lilac will also go Kerr, though in that case, it'll be Barker. Alright, and here we go. So this will be a little bit trickier for the players here. Their lack of abilities, lack of talismans to work with. But Macaws gets us started with a 20 damage throw from Headwind. Oh, in fact, Macaws has the starting trio, which is fitting, I suppose, given the theme of this match. Unofficial as it may be, basically a recreation of the first match of the campaign. Yeah, there are definitely some classes that I think tend to perform better with no masteries and talismans than others.
Quite the close call there, no?
It affects some classes more than others, as Macaws, this time jumping in with Rookie for 15. Worms still have that good mobility. They still have a lot of speed to work with. The Demons, we found at times, can be tough with no masteries. Oh, and suddenly, perhaps some room for Barker. Oh, although Jody comes back just in time for Macaws. Headwind. Back to Jody. able to make it in here. That's good for 30. Big triple banishing cast from Headwind. That means he has time to throw that one in.
The orb into the flame. Now go on just once more.
Jody for McCoss. Trying to knock back with that jump, but Lilac was not falling for it. And now Headwind trying to repeat his feat from the last round with a triple banishment. But this time, he'll jump on in for the win.
The true night GG.
GG.
And what a crushing victory it was.
Well played, you two.
The rite is ended.
Okay. Now let's head on back. That previous one was no masteries, no talismans, book, and basically the full setup for the first match of the campaign. But this time, we do already have that arena request for the boat. We'll reset to our defaults elsewhere, at least. Although there are still other factors we could use here. Oh, like Anor is turning on the Titan stars here. Says 3. Do you mean basically 3 Titan stars of, would it be Makoss's choosing? Of Lilac's choosing? Any 3. Who decides? Lilac chooses. Okay. 3 Titan stars. Lilac chooses which ones. Gotcha. Anything else? Looks like that might be it. So let's get started. And Lilac, you have been given authorization to select 3 Titan stars. You are free to peruse your options, if you would like. Several different directions you could choose to go in. Things like boosting stats directly, but other more indirect options as well, such as perhaps that one right there.
What does Easlac do if it's not the computer?
That is a fantastic question. The answer is that it gives you an extra brain cell. Occasionally used. Known to have been used when people have had exams and other important life events in order to buff themselves in preparation for said events.
Archbeast Sungrease.
And in this case, in case it wasn't obvious, Lilac, you are the adversary. With the phrasing of these. So you are starting with extra 30 Pyre life in that case. And you are dealing an additional 5 damage. Correct, Camilo. A singular brain cell. Correct. You recover 5 Pyre life every time you score. Does that look good? There we go. Alright. Titan stars locked in. And we are on the boat.
Versus the Nightwings.
Whatever chaos that may bring. But otherwise,
Shall conduct the rites.
the team composition itself is still up to the players here. Oh, no. No, you didn't. That's illegal. I'll give you a pass because you may not know any better, but we quite literally had a civil war about that. Not okay.
Manly with quickness?
Our very first Right Knight Civil War was Speedy Volfred against quarterback Manly. The fact that you made Manly Speedy is sacrilege.
Listen, Manly's the team captain. He does what he pleases.
No! He can only be a quarterback. He cannot be Speedy.
I can't hear you over the sound of Manly's Riz, dude. Manly says, screw the rules, I have money.
I mean, that is true. However, I will note, Manly did lose said Civil War, so if anything,
Rookie.
it should be Volfred who has the opportunity to take whatever he wants, not Manly. No, and it's actually not. That's the common misconception. It is not the quick throwing talisman, it is the range throwing talisman that gave Manly his quarterback moniker. I swear.
Throwing range, you say?
I swear, if you...
I don't even know where it is. I've never picked it.
it's totally right there.
No, wait, we're here?
Definitely. Correct. Yes.
No.
No, you were right. You were right before. Colder. Colder! No! This is heresy! And Speedy Stowaway on Lilac's side. Last piece will be the legendary Harp Talisman on Pamitha for Makos. Whereas on Lilac's side, will be extra plunging damage for Gilman. Alright, here we go. Luminous Idol Rookie. He can't speed past Manly. I'm just gonna call Manly Volfred and Volfred Manly this entire match. I'm gonna refuse to acknowledge what you have done here. Manly. Over to Pamitha, and Pamitha, oh, with the Trieste's Plume active there, gets the extra 5 damage and has a chance getting the Prayer Beads effect, and it did proc here. So Pamitha is still in for this round. Gilman. Oh, Exploding Sapling, just enough range to get him there. Stowaway now, though. Just quick enough to avoid that sapling and goes straight in for 25 damage. Now Ruki's turn. He retreats. Weighs his options. Oh, and a well-placed exploding sapling there. As Lilac momentarily defenseless, but then gets Ruki back and able to rush down the sap before Lacoste was able to get the throw off. Ruki now, oh, doing some boat magic craziness just then. As Macaws, oh, and does once again get the Triesta's Plume active there. So extra 5 damage, but this time it does not proc the Prayer Beads effect, so that means Macaws is Pamitha-less. Ruki. Out of stamina. Wolfred. Using that exploding sapling, but doesn't work on Lilac. Gilman now makes his rush, but Macaws able to cut him off. Aquila, thanks for the raid. Appreciate that. How are you doing? How was your stream? We are doing some multiplayer Pyre here. We have Macaws on the left with the true Nightwings, and Lilac on the right with the normal Nightwings, as Macaws links in with the sap for 25.
The true Nightwings are now favored to prevail.
That means that Speedy Volfred, however, is gone for this round. How's everybody doing? Welcome, Raiders. Gilman. Waiting for the right moment to strike. Oh, and started to make his move, but Macaw saw it coming. Lilac now. Oh, that is perhaps a little intimidating from Pamitha. Although, whoa, look at this. Lilac, with a quick counter from Ruki. Then the exploding sapling quickly answers him. Stowaway now. Takes it back. Now makes a move, but once again cut off. Pamitha. Over to quarterback Manly, whose throw is intercepted. Quarterback Manly certainly has the range for that one to land for 21. But Ruki practically flies over to pick up the orb there. Gets the stamina back. But Macaw's moving in, applying some dangerous pressure here, as he wins the orb back close to Lilac's Pyre. Lilac able to get the banishment just before Macaw's plunged, though. So damage avoided on that occasion, and now Lilac launching the attack with Ruki, but he's stopped. Stowaway backs it up, goes the other way instead. A few little saplings to take note of, but then that sapling exploded, getting rid of the Stowaway. Gilman stopped before he can make it in. Gilman again, though. But Macaws has stationed some saps directly on top of the Pyre, blocking it with an aura or two, making entry a little more difficult for Lilac here. Lilac gets cornered. Macaws moves in for another sap plunge. And at this point, Lilac down to 14. It's possible that Macaws might only need one more here. Manly. Setting up more of those saplings. Oh, and big explosion there. And by Manly, I mean, of course, Speedy Volfred. Pamitha, oh, speaking of Speedy, she nearly made it in there. Here's the stowaway for Lilac. Boat magic, but that was not enough to avoid Speedy Volfred. Rookie now. Builds his runway. And outruns the defender, making it in here for a 25 damage plunge. It now means no rookie in this round for Lilac. And after the stowaway is banished, suddenly, Gilman is looking rather lonely. Stowaway does make her return, though. But it's Gilman making the moves, and Gilman plunging, and with Kerfang, that's all the way up at 28 damage. That means one more scores, potentially. All that Lilac would need here. Granted, Macaws does have 2 saps, and very well may have some rekindling. But Lilac also has some leech, so back up to 24 Pyre Life, which means Pamitha no longer has sufficient damage, but a full sap score would be enough still for Macaws. If he cuts it short with a throw, there is not much margin for error there, but he goes in for the plunge, but Lilac just quick enough to get the stop. Rookie now. He's suddenly by himself. Oh, and he does catch the edge of that exploding sapling aura. But Lilac able to recover just in time. A little bit of boat nonsense from the stowaway, but it works. Avoids one defender in the process. Make it 2 now. But third time was not the charm on that occasion. Oh, but the extra damage from the talisman for Pamitha is just enough for Macaws.
Good game.
GG.
The rite is complete.
Well played, you two, and admittedly, I forgot about the extra damage potential that Pamitha had.
Until the next rite.
Alright, well let us know, chat, if there is anything we'd like to see for the next one. That one we had locked in the boat, but we'll reset to a random arena unless, of course, there's a particular one that we would like to see. We did also activate some Titan Stars. We could, of course, do that again if that is of interest. Or any of a number of other things to affect the setup that the players are using here. If not, then of course we can always leave it up to the players to go with whatever they'd like. Oh, Macaws. Is that a voluntary customize off?
I had a stroke, it's fine.
Oh, okay. You know, we'll ignore the medical implications of this. Not seeing anything else request-wise at the moment. Oh, hold on. Let the players decide? Well, that would be the case, if not for Macaws voluntarily randomizing with the customize off.
I've decided to leave it in God's hands.
Also, I can't tell with that emoji if that's supposed to be interpreted as, how dare we let the players choose? Or if that's, you know, well yeah, I don't know how to read into that because of the emoji. Alright, the nest. Are we saying we want the players to choose, or are we saying we don't want the players to choose? Well, you get a little bit of the best of both worlds in this case, I suppose. Alright, anything else we're looking for more right now? Okay, admittedly, I did ask for that. I did ask for that. That was an invitation. Alright, well, let's jump in then. So Macaws' team will get randomized. Lilac will be able to choose, though.
Wings shall confront the Night Wings.
And Nor, just to be extra sure,
Welcome.
locks in, letting the players choose the exiles. Well, Macaws did voluntarily turn customize off here, which, I mean, I suppose we could... well, we can't really have it so that everything except for exile is randomized for him. It's right, that is also a choice, I suppose. The stars are already guiding them, it's too late. Alright, well, it's extra plunging damage on Gilman for Lilac, who had some success with that last go round. I think Gilman was Lilac's leading scorer in the previous match. Don't forget the masteries. I saw you hovering over that choose button. Right, and then we have Infinite Stamina Almer. And now extra speed on Rookie. We had the randomized team for Mikos, and only now are we seeing that he apparently has Zoxiana the Harp, Oralek, no Brazen Manor on him, and Vorfrit the Crone. Of course, Oralek, potentially, or by most accounts, the strongest exile in the game. He does have the handicap of that one hope, a 30-second respawn time if he gets banished. Now, there are some ways to balance around that, build your team to support him to make up for that lack of hope, but with Customize off, Mikos was unable to select a specific team composition, so the chances of there being additional Oralek support are rather low, but not impossible. Here is Lilac with Gilman. And speeding in, and with that Curfew, extra damage in the process, 23 on that plunge. It does, however, mean no Gilman in this round.
Engulfed within the aura.
Almer, Taruki. He sidesteps. Oh, but gets caught on the edge of the lava there. Oh, Black Hoof on Oralek! Oh, of course. Of course.
It's a monkey's paw situation right here.
Yep. Oh, so you thought you had a random Oralek, huh? You thought you got lucky. I'm afraid not. He cannot pick up the orb. So it is Zoxiana doing the damage on that occasion, and that is a significant monkey wrench in Mikos's plan. Luminous Idol on Vorfrit, we are now learning.
Merely a glancing
And
blow.
Vorfrit is the one with a quick 7 damaged throw.
A show of strength from the Nightwing's opponents.
This Oralek is stuck with mostly defensive duty, since he cannot pick up the orb. Technically, it is possible to score with him, which may be something Mikos tries to do. That huge aura alone is proving to be problematic here. Big cast. However, here comes Gilman, and he's quick, and he deals decent damage there. It's another 23.
The Nightwing's edge closer to victory.
There is Oralek going on a banishing spree, however, then Vorfrit lands in the lava. Zoxiana, though, still with time to throw that one in for 20. But if we're trading 20 damage for 23 damage, then that is a trade that ultimately Lilac would win out in. Oh, and just barely gets that banishment in time, Lilac does. Here comes Orlek, trying to get another vanishing spree, but Gilman escaped, at least temporarily. And Orlek was in a decent offensive position, but then McCall's remembered, oh right, I cannot pick up the orb with this person. And then a point-blank throw, less damage, although it does mean that McCall keeps Vorfrit in this round, and at this point, one score from Vorfrit is potentially all that McCall would need. Anyone else would presumably fall short. Don't think we've seen any signs of additional damage. Gilman. He's rushed down. Quick throw, but that looks short. So Lilac recovers here with Rookie, but Rookie is crowded out. Hamatha, oh! Can't quite capitalize on that opportunity. Gilman. Stamina back. Owen has an opening here, and seizes upon that opportunity. It's 23 damage on that plunge, which means with 2 scores,
The orb is up.
Lilac would likely have enough to finish the job. Same could be said and make it now 1 score for McCoss.
Once more like that, and we are
And in
finished
McCoss's
here.
case, at this point, doesn't matter who it is.
Monstrous.
Just about anything would do, as Zorlek banishes everyone. That means room for Vorfrit. There's the throw, and there is the winning score.
The true Nightwings
Game.
prevail.
GG.
The scribes themselves surely have taken note.
Well played, you two.
The ceremony is complete.
Alright, well let's head on back
Until the stars align.
and let us know, chat, if there is anything we'd like to see for the next one. Otherwise, we'll at least start by setting ourselves back to our defaults here. It was a voluntary customize off for McCall, which had some very interesting results. At first, you saw that Orlek and you thought, oh man, that's going to be a big factor in this match. And then you saw, oh, wait a second, that Orlek cannot pick up the orb. That does change things quite a bit. Not immediately seeing anything request-wise from chat, though, and of course, if we don't have anything for those requests, then we can just have the players take whatever they'd like. That always works. And so perhaps we'll go with that on this occasion.
The true Nightwings.
And this time we're back at the book.
Shall take on the Nightwings. Welcome. Who shall conduct the rites?
No requests from chat, so this is all up to the players here. And we are in Snadra's home arena, so perhaps that's why we see McCoss leading off with the prayer bead Snadra here. Snadra indeed. Master Race? No! I saw it coming. Do we want to reset? We can reset if you want.
Yeah, we can reset for that one.
Yeah, that's just the first exile. It's quick enough. Lock in book.
The true Nightwings shall confront the Nightwings. Welcome. Who shall conduct the rites?
Alright, so still Prayer Bead Snadra in the first spot for Mikos. It was Dalbert. Oh, he has the hangover effect, even from that brief little moments in which you selected last time. I'm surprised. I guess that technically is enough to activate the hangover. So it'll be Barker instead, in that case. Yes, got your masteries, there you go. All set. Hang on a moment. That's double Nomad from Mikos. Is that just a coincidence? Or should we read into that? Oh. Well, it's a canned Singularity Gilman. So Lilac embracing the chaos on that occasion. And it is just as I suspected. It appeared as though Mikos was on pace to go triple Nomad, and that is in fact what Mikos chose to do. Meanwhile, on Lilac's side, got the masteries, you're good. It's Rookie with the Kerfang for the extra damage. And here we go.
Now.
Barker. Meanwhile, lots of those Nomad casts. There is the canned Singularity activating. And Gilman, as the only exile out there, had some infinite stamina for a little bit there. But Lilac, patient here, does get the infinite stamina once again. Meanwhile, oh, more big casts. Mikos also stationing some of those Nomads directly on top of the Pyre to form a defensive wall. Here's Snadra, and she leaps over and in for 20. Another big sniping cast, and that is the legendary Talisman Goals Bracer supported power cast that Headwind is rocking. All the more effective for that reason. Here is Headwind. Tries to hop over the defense, but Lilac in position. Here comes Rookie. Changes his mind. Now it's Snadra, and Snadra able to sneak in a throw there. 16 damage on that occasion. Headwind back at it with all these power casts. They certainly start to add up. Clearing out a little more room, making it a little bit easier to set up that 20 damage plunge. Now it's Snadra doing those casts, and it's just not quite the same as it was previously with Headwind, although does get the power cast there. But no Headwind in this round after he jumped in. But Snadra will be the one doing that this time around. Koss starting to move those nomads in. Lendl down. Snadra, though, brings back Lendl, and it's Headwind. He gets banished, though. And with all those nomads near Lilac's Pyre, that means much more room on the counterattack for Lilac to plunge there. Here's Headwind. Jumps over and in. That's 10 damage, and I believe also some leech as well for net 30 points on that score from Headwind. Snadra over the defender. Oh, it gets the throw off just in time to seal the deal.
Game.
GG. Well played, you two.
The rite is done.
We'll head on back.
Until the next rite.
And let us know, chat, if there's anything we'd like to see for the next one, or for that matter, if there's anyone else who would like to get in. I know we had at least one person saying earlier they had some interest. We've had these two going for a little while now. Otherwise, in the meantime, at the very least, let's set ourselves back to our defaults. Right, Camilo was interested in getting in at some point. This is true. Do we have anyone else in chat who is looking to get in today? Or are we just looking at a Camilo swap sometime soon? Nor can jump in 10-ish. Okay, how about this then? What if we do one or two more matches between Makoss and Lilac, and then maybe we'll do a double switch and get both Camilo and Anor in after that? How's that sound? That way, if there's still anything we want to see between Makoss and Lilac, we can still make it happen. Works for Lilac? Awesome. Makoss, that work for you? Sure. Awesome. Okay. So, do we want to just have this one be up to the players, or is there anything we'd like to set up between Makoss and Lilac here? Nest, says Lilac. To the nest we go, in that case. Anything else? Or are we just looking for the arena? Looks like that might be it. Okay, so in that case, let's get started.
The true Nightwings shall now face the Nightwings. Welcome.
Okay, and no requests from chat.
Who shall conduct the rites?
So this one's all up to the players. Last time we saw the triple nomad from Makoss. This time, though, leading off with a webbed Lanthorn Raji. speedy Pamitha. That's how Lilac will lead off. Now, infinite stamina on Tizo. That is notably 2 imps on Makos's side. Does that mean we might see triple imp? It's still a possibility. After seeing 3 nomads last time, you wouldn't rule it out. Masteries? There you go. And Typhoon Bottle on Rookie in the second spot for Lilac. As soon as I saw the 2 imps, I grew suspicious. And Makos does lock in the 3rd and final imp. It's extra plunging damage with the Kerfang on Messenger Imp. And Right Light for the built-in rekindling on Gilman for Lilac.
Now begin. Now then.
Pamitha, first to the orb, but everyone rushed down. Typhoon Bottle activates and slows down Makos, but had the orb right near the Pyre, so able to plunge quickly at 33 damage. On that occasion, it is not often you see that much coming from an imp. Makos does set up a dangerous portal there right near Lilac's Pyre. May be eyeing it on this occasion. Flies in. This time just for 15, though. Lilac with Pamitha. You can see the speed on that Pamitha. Oh, a big implosion there. Gilman. Just quick enough to avoid going down there. Eventually, Gilman goes down. Now it's Messenger Imp, but he's blocked. Although, whoa, eventually it's Pamitha who comes out from that fray. Look at just how much faster she is. That portal, giving Makos a lot of flexibility here. Gilman returns, but he is quickly banished. Rookie also returns quickly. Makos does find the way in, and it is that offensive imp, 33 damage once more. If given the choice, that is certainly the one that Makos would like to have plunging, and huge triple banishment there. But Lilac able to recover after getting Gilman back with his valiant return. Typhoon Bottle slows Makos down again, but this time it's a throw, which is good for 15. That means Lilac still holding on here. Pamitha, there's the valiant return once again from Gilman. Macaws moving in.
Beyond all
But remember,
flames
Lilac had the built-in rekindling 20 coming from a talisman, right light. But now at this point, 1 score. Potentially all that Macaws would need. We know he has 33 damage potential on at least one of those imps. Whereas perhaps 1 or 2 of the others might have the usual 15. So depending on which imp we're talking about, that might be significant for Macaws. Moving in with one of them, but gets blocked and banished. Now Pamitha for Lilac, with some room to work with here, and does make it through, plunging for 20.
banished from this place. Oh, you
Double banishment, and although there is Titan Tooth, Macaws would presumably still have time, and that is the extra damage imp, so Macaws does have enough to finish the job.
They vastly outperformed their adversaries.
GG.
The ceremony is complete.
Well played, you two. Alright. Let's head on back.
Until the stars align.
And Anor, you said you needed a little bit before you were ready to switch in. Do you need a little while longer? Should we do one more before we have Camilo and you get in here? Or are you guys ready to go? I suppose at the very least, let's reset the arena. Should we do one more with these two? Or are Camilo and Anor good to go? Camilo is ready. Okay. Anor can jump in? Alright. In that case, how about we do make the swap now? Thank you, Macaws. Thank you, Lilac. Good to get you both in. Good games.
GGs.
I will free you both from the prison that is Steam Remote Play. Go. Be free now. Great, I'm glad to hear it, Lilac. Thanks for stopping by. Good to have you. Okay. Now, let me get some new invites for Anor and for Camilo. The next two we have lined up here. Now, speaking of Steam Remote Play being obnoxious, it has something out for Camilo. So hopefully it will cooperate today, but it has been making quite a point of targeting Camilo.
I don't know what's the deal.
I don't know what you did to Steam or Valve, Camilo, but they are holding it against you.
Yeah.
I am sorry. I don't know what it is. Alright, so. Yes, so Anor, player 1, Camilo, player 2. I take this to mean Anor would like to be the Nightwings, and Camilo is Accusers, the team you'd like to be?
Accuser is fine. By the way, I don't think I can control the thing. Do you have it with the keyword?
Oh, 1 second. Let me just type in your information. Let's see. Is Remote Play already doing weird things? Let's check.
I think you didn't put me with the keyword yet.
Yeah, we'll just give you controls. That much is straightforward enough.
Okay. Very kind. Yeah, it's working.
Okay. Oh, and let me switch the symbols around here. You said Accusers is fine, Camilo?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay. And let's double check here that these controls work for you, because I think we might have switched them a little bit. Alright. So, let us know, chat, if there's anything we'd like to see setup-wise between Honor and Camilo here. This will be their first match of the day, both of them. So if we want to give them a little bit of time to warm up, well, we can. Ultimately, that's up to you. Alternatively, you could throw the craziest curveball you can possibly think of. Oh, Titan Stars. Yeah, why not? Right? That was totally intentional, wasn't it? Alright, not seeing any requests right now though, so why don't we get started then? And we will cross our fingers that everything will go perfectly smoothly for Camilo, and it's not gonna tell him that he's player 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 simultaneously, or something like that.
Who shall conduct the rites?
An accuser's convert confirmed. Are you accusing him of being an accuser convert?
Wow.
I'm sorry.
Bertrude.
It's a speedy Bertrude for Honor. It's a power casting headwind for Camilo. Webbed Lanthorn Tizo for Honor. I mean, the Accuser's colors are pretty good. They may not be that popular, but they do have a good color scheme. As Camilo went Volfred in the second spot.
Okay, fine, I messed up my notices. So now I need to go with another set.
Oh. It'll be quick throwing manly. Then Leeching Snadra in the last spot for Camilo. Alright, so here we go, our first matchup of the day between Honor and Camilo. Camilo now back to Volfred and back to Snadra, who's on the attack here. Oh, and going for the sap shielding Nomad strat. Okay, perhaps should have seen that coming with the sap plus 2 Nomad combo. There it is, to demonstrate. The Nomad jumps, and while mid-flight, Camilo switches back to Volfred, uses the team shield to protect that Nomad, allowing them to more aggressively leap forward toward the opposing Pyre, and on this occasion, able to banish the entirety of Honor's team, setting up that uncontested 25 damage throw. Edwin, there's the shield, and that sets up the throw.
Now end the ceremony. Well cast.
More big power casts from Hedwin, and Hedwin, oh, that time, wasn't able to get the shield off. So Honor, with an opportunity here to throw that one in for 30 damage. And Bertrude is first to the orb again, but she is first to go down as well. Snadra, this time she's blocked. And this time Anor with the exploding sapling. Anor now in control once more with Bertrude. Leaps to the other side. And still in here is Bertrude. Gets the throw off. And gets the full damage out of it. Bertrude this time casted into oblivion. And Hedwyn unable to get his cast off though. Anor does have a portal. Doesn't take her all that far, but it does help to set up that throw. 21 damage, and that means one score is potentially all that Anor needs here, unless of course Camilo has rekindling with his sap, although I vaguely recall, at least in recent weeks, that has not often been something Camilo has taken. Anor with Bertrude, and only Bertrude right now. She's blocked. Snadra banished. Manly. Tizo. Tizo not quick enough to avoid Hedwyn. But Hedwyn not quick enough to avoid the exploding sapling. Both players using them aggressively here at that. Nor looking for an opening, but can't find a way past Volfred. Hedwyn for Camilo. He's rushed down. Oh, and Anor sneaks through, gets a bunch of banishments. And that means time. Oh, for Bertrude's throw, but it's off the mark. There was the shield, but it was not enough for Hedwyn. Perhaps things will go better for Snadra, though. Not this time. Now Anor, once again with no one to stop her, gets the quick throw. There is rekindling. It's 10. So Camilo holding on, but at this point, one score, presumably, all Anor would need. Now, of course, Anor also has just 15 Pyre life, but we've not yet seen if she has any rekindling. Bertrude stopped just before getting the winning score, but Bertrude is back, and Bertrude will finish it. GG.
Although their adversaries put up quite an effort,
Well played, you two.
the rite is ended.
All right. We'll head on back.
Until the stars align.
Right, we're off to a good start here with this Anor-Camilo matchup. A sudden death match, or nearly sudden death match, depending on how exactly the rekindling was playing out there. More of that, please. Well, let us know, chat, if there is anything we'd like to see between these two. Otherwise, perhaps it could be best just to leave this up to them. If we get more matches like that, then that's perfectly alright by me. Oh, but yakety lilac. I'm all for it. Anor, on the other hand, not the biggest fan of the all worms request. Core has to come in, has something to say about this. All right, 100% worms.
Yes.
I'm not sure what Camilo thinks of this. I know Anor has strong opinions on the worms, although she has more recently been using them more often. Okay, and only fitting, right, Macaws? Only fitting. It had to be Knights of the Sea. Trying to wrap your head around using one, now I'm gonna lose quite fast with 3. Well, only one way to find out, right? I mean, to be fair, any and every match with all worms is usually quite quick, regardless of the outcome. Blink and you might miss it. Anything else we're looking for here?
Boat, for example? Oh.
Oh no, we're breaking the worm theme here, going for nest. Got a lot of nests today.
A fish out of the water.
I mean, if you think about it, isn't lava basically just hot water?
It's hot rocks.
Don't think about it, okay? Don't actually think about it.
The Night Wings shall take on the accusers. Welcome
Alright. Well, it's all worms,
Shall conduct the rites.
but there is still some room for a personal touch when it comes to the masteries and the talismans.
Can you control the thing?
I can. It's just that the cursor is moving.
It's doing weird things right now.
Are you touching the cursor, Blitz?
I'm not.
Me neither.
Want to
I'm not
try
doing
the
that.
classic unplug replug strategy?
I can turn off my mouse in case that works.
I mean, my controller is working. It's just.
It's not
Can't
doing
you-
much
oh.
though. I can see that you are doing something. I mean, I can select your exiles for you if you would like, and then we can hope that once the rite actually starts, it's fine, but I don't know, because that is a little strange.
Yeah, it's just my controller cursor. That
Can
that
you
isn't
can you
working.
pause? Does that work? And then unpause? Sometimes that fixes controller problems.
That doesn't look like
But yeah, I don't know. Seems a little different.
Yeah, now I cannot move anything anymore.
Okay, let's it was only a matter of time before we had to mess around with the remote play settings. All right, what are we thinking? Are we thinking we change Anor's controller number? She's on the right team, it seems.
I mean, I can pause and unpause, so my controller is working.
It's doing something, but it's not doing all of the things, is the problem. Not sure how to interpret this. How to solve this issue. What if we do this and then this? That is not a solution we usually try. Does that do anything for you? I deactivated your controller and then reactivated it on my end. Works on the menu. Does not work here. Okay, I am getting the feeling once the match starts, you might be fine. Because that has happened on a few occasions before. So we could just, actually, can I give you... I could give you keyboard mouse controls as well, and you could select with your keyboard mouse. Maybe that will work.
Sir
Okay, it's
Gilman.
an exploding Gilman in the first spot for Anor. It's Thorned Knot on Gilman in the first spot for Camilo. That is a bold statement, Macaws. I don't know if I can endorse that. I mean, what if the lava monster comes out and gets the winning score? There is always that possibility too.
Sir
I'm just saying the lava... What plot twist? The lava monster is also a worm. Alright, fair play. Fair enough. Yeah, Infernal Bloom as well was an unexpected choice on the talisman from Anor. And Thorned Knot on Lady River.
Okay, you can invoke my mouse controls.
Oh, yeah. Well, just give me a second here. I'm just going to do this just in case that matters. Then the Leech on Deluge for Camilo. Alright. Looks like that's working, Anor. Everything is fine if you ignore the part where she wasn't able to set up her team on her controller. But it is Camilo getting us started with a 15 damage worm throw. Gilman. Goes for the throw, but that one's short. But gets the rebound, blocked. And still over there is Camilo's Gilman. But eventually, Anor gets the stop and gets the counter, plunging in here for 15.
Each pyre now burns no more brightly than the
Anor
other.
is now Gilmanless. Moving in with Lady River, though. Oh, and nearly in on that occasion, but ran out of stamina, I think, just before making it to the Pyre, and that might have been the difference maker. Oh! Was that... Did Camilo catch the
I
throw
catch it
and
in
turn
the
it
air
into a
and
plunge? Because I'm pretty sure that was originally a throw. But C's chance also gave extra damage there. Kind of like that. The throw a little bit short, but then if you get that rebound and you're right next to the Pyre, sometimes you get an unexpected plunge immediately afterward. I think that's how that played out. That throw, though, does have enough. Oh, not only is it 15 damage, it's also 10 leech. So net 25 points of value for Camilo on that one. That throw, just enough on it, and once again, it's the leech, although the throw itself cut a little bit short, just 10 damage there. Lady River, now Gilman. That throw is short though, although Camilo still causing trouble, or at least was, until Anor started the counterattack. But Camilo gets the orb back to that exile, who is still right next to Anor's Pyre, has yet to be banished. But that throw has, oh, I was gonna say, it looked short, and so he once again got the rebound and immediately plunged, and with C's chance, it's 25 damage.
Ouch.
Camilo again, and one score, all he would need here,
And it is done.
and there it is.
GG.
The accusers prevail.
GG.
Their adversaries must be crying tears of shame.
Well played, you two.
The rite is done.
Alright, well let's head on back.
Until the next rite.
And let us know, chat, if there's anything we'd like to see for the next one. We'll change the name of this event. Oh, that's not good. Alright, well that was Triple Worm against Triple Worm at the Nest, Knights of the Sea. So lots of stuff going on for that one, but we'll reset to our defaults here. Oh, I see, gotcha. Okay, and we do already have an Exile's request. Oh, I like this one. You have the two saps of your choice, sure, okay, fair enough. But then, most importantly, the most stylish man in the downside to go along with them.
You all should know the answer.
You better know the answer. There is only one correct answer. Will of the Scribes. Alright, fair enough. And Path to Glory next. Alright. Anything else we're looking for here? We have Exiles. We have a song for the next two. Alright. Oh, interesting. Okay, we have a mastery request from Macaw saying there is no numbing gust allowed here. We will have two saps, but no numbing gust allowed. And functionally,
None of rekindling.
that's gonna mean a lot of rekindling in all likelihood. Since numbing gust is on the other side, and if you're not taking that, you're taking at least a little bit, if not a lot, of the rekindling. Still a little bit of room for interpretation there. Yeah, right, at least 20. It could be as low as 20. But it could be a fair bit more than that. Alright, well, looks like that may be all for this one. So let's get started.
The Night Wings shall confront
Well, that's
the accusers.
kind of fitting, at least from a sap standpoint,
Welcome.
that we find ourselves at the Glade.
Who shall conduct the rites?
Any order of the exiles or a particular one?
Oh yeah, does the order matter for the three exiles?
So
The
I
sap
think you're
and
gonna have to trigger
the two saps and Gareth.
I think you're gonna have to trigger the mouse for honor. But it works.
I assume you're okay in whatever order. I mean, obviously, you could save the best for last, or you could say, you know, you got to put the best first. I mean, there's several ways you could go about doing it. Put them front and center, or best for last. Second, now that's maybe the one wrong choice would be to put them second. It'll be prayer beads on Gareth in the first spot for Anor. Oh, Anor comes in and bans Titan Tooth. Okay. I think that's still
Fred.
early enough. We can enforce that for this one. Just in case. No Titan Tooth. Quick throwing Manly. That'll be the second sap. Rather, the first sap for Anor. Thorned Knot on Manly for Camilo. And then the proper, well, I can't say the word proper, which is perhaps fitting, but the proper Volfred, Speedy Volfred on that occasion, and then best for last, prayer beads Gareth on Camilo's head. Here is Gareth, but he cannot make it through those many sap auras. There is Speedy Volfred. And, well, again, I think it might have been what's the quick throwing talisman that Anor took on Manly? Which, again, it's technically not the quarterback Manly talisman, although, you know, I can respect that nonetheless. As, speaking of sap throws, it's a quick one, but just 4 damage for Camilo. Gareth. Blocks and banish.
The orb is taken.
Gareth on the other end, also blocked and banished.
The orb.
Gareth for Anor. Just Manly back defensively at the moment. soon as I say that, everyone returns, of course. Camilo, now with his Gareth. Can't avoid the exploding sapling, though. Neither can Anor's Manly, though. And Volfred for Camilo. Another quick throw here, just 7 damage.
Now to the flame.
And you would think, by most accounts, that with the double saps, this would tend to be a fairly defensive match. As Camilo jumps in here for 20 with Gareth. And with Prayer Beads, Gareth is still in, as we saw for a second there. But with a small arena in particular, the 2 saps and 2 saplings can cover a lot of ground with those auras, making it harder for the opposing team to break through. But of course, we have seen that, as of late, people have found ways to still score with the saps, as Camilo demonstrates just there. So it's not as if they are purely defensive specialists, even if at one point in time that was certainly the way that people leaned with their sap playstyles. Gareth just barely sneaks through in between those auras.
I missed.
Anor's Gareth, this time, returning the favor. And both the Gareths teleport. It was Camilo's who ended up with the orb, though. But it was also Camilo's that got banished. Nor's goes down just then. That means it's up to the saps here.
Manly's out of luck for now.
At least until Gareth makes his dramatic return for Camilo.
Burning flame to ash.
And does the job here. Plunging for another 20.
More like that and we are
Gareth
finished
for Nor
here.
rushes into one of those auras. Camilo blocked. Oh, Gareth for Nor. Oh, and the aura size increased when Camilo stepped near the sapling. I think that was the difference between Anor getting banished and sneaking through.
Now then.
Gareth for Anor just barely avoids the sapling aura that time, and this time, oh, overjumps. Ends up in a sap aura. Camilo blocked
The orb is up.
and goes in, but as we were saying, there's at least 20 rekindling for each player, given how Numbing Gust was banned. Oh, and that's some serious range, and from some ranges, sap throws are unblockable. So Nor was taking a bit of a risk there, but was able to intercept what would have otherwise been the winning score.
Big on, Wilfred.
That sapling moved post-placement for a second there. Now Gareth for Camilo. Ran out of stamina, though. Boy, that is a dangerous place for the orb to be. At least for Anor. And Camilo finishes the job with who else but Gareth.
Excellently done this time, I must admit.
GG.
The rite is complete.
Well played, you two.
Until the next rite.
Right? I mean, once upon a time, saps were very much considered a defensive class, and while they certainly can still fill that role, it is hard to call them a purely defensive class in this day and age. Okay, now we did have another song request, nor was it the Path to Glory for the Accusers, was it? Path? Okay, gotcha. And also, is this our first double customize off today? I know we had at least one just on one person's side. Have we had a double customize off, though?
I believe so. I'm not sure.
Maybe early on? Well, either way, of course, this does mean randomized exiles, masteries, and talismans Won't even get to see what those things are in advance, just gonna get thrown straight into the action here. Could still do an arena if that is of interest. Don't think we've locked anything in there, but we do have a song. So we have almost everything accounted for. However, seeing no arena request at the moment, it looks like we're ready to jump back in.
The Night Wings shall take on.
Alright, for Nor it is Cur, Imp, Crone. For Camilo it is Sap, Nomad, Demon, and that's no ordinary demon, that's Oralek.
The first of many banishments. Ouch.
And Nor trying to get the job done with Rookie here. He keeps getting bullied, but it took a while for him to get banished, and then he came back quickly with a lucky break. But here comes Camilo. The Sap throw is intercepted, and Rookie is back at it. Sidesteps that cast, and wow, impressive maneuverability. Oh, from Rookie with only 15 damage. That means he's full left side. And that Imp is absolutely losing its mind. Fairy Spirit. Oh, hold on. Hold on. Okay, Camilo, was charging up a throw, but Momentum took him in and has the extra leech as well. But there is a Moondrop, which Anor does pick up, but does get banished on Rookie. Oh, and Anor has the Imp Salute, which I don't think is going to be of great value to her in this match, as Camilo goes for a quick Oralek throw. Didn't catch if it said Celestial Spike there. I don't think he has it. Milda down.
Sorry, Wolfred.
Wolfred down. And that leaves just Snadra at the moment. It's going to be a long and painful wait until Oralek makes his return. That is perhaps the biggest weakness, at least at the moment, that we can see on Camilo's team. And it is Anor's Messenger Imp that has the Fairy Spirit, creating those moon drops for the temporary infinite stamina. Which can be a blessing or a curse, because although it's Anor's Exile who can create them right here, Camilo can still pick them up.
An interesting exchange.
Anor gets it this time though, but does immediately get banished. Unable to capitalize on it. Seems like extra casting distance for Anor's Rookie.
An unimpressive
Especially given how we
thrust.
saw he was all left side. Once again, a quick throw for Camilo. Rookie. Banishes one. But Camilo gets it back here with Oralek. And this time, a little bit more on the throw. Up to 15 this time. Oh. Rookie nearly wove his way through the defense.
Oh no.
Oralek doing his hopscotch and succeeding, but with Stubborn Flame. Okay, that is reducing Camilo's damage by 10 when he is in the lead, and that is currently the case. So that perhaps explains why some of these throws have been partial damage. Oh, there's some infinite stamina for Anor, although didn't have a lot of momentum with Rookie there. And Camilo wins it back. Snadra retreats, and Oralek is gone for good in this round after he plunged. So it's just up to Snadra and Wolfred here for Camilo. With Snadra down, now it is just Wolfred. Or trying to snipe. Camilo sidesteps, so does get the throw off in time, but it is another very quick one. Just 5 damage.
Out to the flame.
Oh, and Rookie looked like he was in there. Oralek banished. Needs another long, painful wait for Camilo for him to return. And Anor through the portal, well hidden at the moment. And nearly making it in with Udmilda, and the sapling goes down in a very unfortunate spot for Anor. Shoulder smash big for Snadra there. Udmilda Might have been thinking about the portal, but then realized it wasn't going to take her very far. Oh, and then Anor checked for the salute, did not have it. And then the shoulder smash from Snadra coming up big once again. Orlek banished once more. Camilo back to waiting. Rookie. Again, it's shoulder smash from Snadra. Coming up huge for Camilo here. And Camilo is like, hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. If I have shoulder smash, I will continuously jump. But with no Snadra after her plunge, that means more room, more opportunity for Rookie to get in there. Now Orlek. Oh, and Anor, I don't think wanted to go through the portal there. 12 damage on that throw. And then Anor plunging here for 15 once again with Rookie. But since Camilo is in the lead, Stubborn Flame is still active. It does technically mean Camilo still has enough damage with any of his exiles, assuming he gets full damage out of them. If we start talking throws, then the math can get a little more difficult to discern. Depends how quick he is with the throw in that case. But everyone down on Camilo's end. So time for Anor to charge up a big 30 damage Udmilda throw. And although Camilo might be one score away, Anor's potentially just two away here. Snadra returns and the shoulder smash is back. And it is Snadra picking up the infinite stamina, and fittingly, it is Snadra finishing the job.
Their pyre burns, whilst that of their adversaries is but ash.
GG. Well played, you two.
Thus end this night's proceedings.
Alright, well let's head on
Two
back.
random Orlex is fine.
Until the stars align.
My rotor turns customize off again. Alright, fair enough. We'll be back at it from that standpoint, but in terms of song and arena, both of those are still up for grabs if there is any interest in claiming one of those. I feel like there were several talismans that we did not determine in that previous match. Some that were fairly obvious, like the moon drops, but others that I was not so sure of. Alright, but seeing no arena or song requests here, we'll jump back in. We'll see what random teams the players end up with this time.
The Night Wings.
Okay. This might be our first spring match. Okay. We have extra starting Pyre life for Anor. And we have reduced starting Pyre life for Camilo. So those talismans, immediately obvious. It is a harp, a crone, and a worm for Anor. And Camilo, plunging here with a cur, has Black Heart on Volfred, the cursed talisman, and then has Vizpaleth, the demon, as well. Anor checked and does have the imp salute to temporarily freeze time.
That's not good.
Anor with Zoxiana here, over the exploding sapling, blocked, and now banished. Udmilda, once again for Anor. Had her in the previous match, has her again here. Oh, and was that, I assume, Numbing Gust for Camilo, rather than the Typhoon Bottle, given how he does have a sap. Zoxiana. But now Volfred. Good sidestep on that blink. Oh, and that was interesting. Camilo made the move, but Anor did a harp push to sacrifice a team. Well, nearly sacrifice a teammate to get the banishment, but it did play out well for Anor. But you do not always see those strategic harp push teammate strategies work. They're very high risk.
They are the best.
When they work, they're amazing. They're not the most consistent. Oh, wow. Is that a fell swoop? A very dramatic fell swoop from Anor?
Oh, nice.
Oh, and Camilo able to get the throw in there. It's 22 damage
Shall
on that
the
occasion.
accusers press their luck, perhaps?
Milda down. There is Celestial Spike for Vizpaleth, but she is banished here.
Your fellow
And along with all of Anor's exiles, although Milda makes a dramatic return, and Zaxiana makes a deciding stop. Milda back at it. She's blocked and banished, though.
That's it.
Albert for Camilo. Loops around and nearly, but not quite making it in there.
It's only 2
Lady
jumps.
River, oh, with the well-timed stunning claim. There was a moment there where Udmilda was the only exile capable of moving that gave Anor enough time to set up that throw.
Shall prevail at this rate.
There is the hard push teammate sacrifice strat, maybe a little less successful on that occasion. And the stunning claim, oh, it does work! Well timed once again from Anor, and it is Udmilda on the receiving end once again.
There.
Camilo back with Vizpaleth.
'Twas but a little
Quick
spark.
9 damage throw here.
Into the adversary's
Milda.
flame.
To Lady River, with Milda down. Lady River down, that leaves just Zaxiana back. Against Dalbert. His throw is intercepted though. Zaxiana. Back to Udmilda. Udmilda, banished here. Camilo with Vizpaleth. Banishes one defender, but Anor gets the orb back. Albeit only temporarily. Or Zaxiana rather. Dalbert. Ooh, somehow found a way through there, setting up a 20 damage plunge. Just Vizpaleth and Vizpaleth down, except fortunately for Camilo, the orb is within the sapling aura. So not much Anor could do on that occasion. Anor with Lady River sets up the well-timed stunning claim. Saw it coming, but I did not say anything until it happened.
No more than a lick of flame remains.
That means one score potentially all that Anor needs here, but of course Camilo does have a sap, and it is customized off, so we don't know definitively what the talismans are. Might have a right light for some unexpected rekindling. But Anor looking to test that theory. The worm throw is off the mark though. And Camilo able to plunge here. That's another 20 damage, and Camilo not far off. And nearly all the way through with Volfred on that occasion. Milda has been the key to Anor's success, or at least with the help of Lady River's stunning claim. Oh, and Camilo has the Howler form on the Black Heart for Volfred. That might be the first time we've seen that happen to him. For the most part, was getting by without the downside of that talisman, and
An interesting
Okay, that
Vizpaleth
too
was
much.
trying to turn that into a one demon army, but it is rekindling. It is 10.
flames alive.
There's not much Camilo could do to stop that one, as all he had was a Howler, and Howlers have no aura
Volfred banished.
and no cast. But now, having seen the rekindling, we know this will be Camilo's last life bar. No Howler this time for Volfred, fortunately for Camilo. Here comes Anor. The throw is short. Camilo has it back with Dalbert. Anor rushes him down. Zaxiana, blocked and banished.
Now,
Dalbert. Oh, we must have known that he had Vengeful Vow, right? Surely we
find
saw it
out
before.
like shortly.
I don't remember seeing it, but I feel like that should have been noticeable enough. As he does get in here, and suddenly, we have ourselves a sudden death match. Unless, of course, Anor has unexpected rekindling coming from a right light, but we know of at least one or two of Anor's talismans. The Numbing Gust slows Anor down. Can she get the winning score here? Not quite. Camilo holds on.
That's it.
Moving in now with Vizpaleth has the banishing throw, so Anor needs to be careful. Knocks back the defender, but Anor corners Vizpaleth. Now starts the attack with Soxiana. Soxiana down, and it's only Lady River back defensively.
I knew
But
it.
there's the stunning claim, the combo that Anor was using to great effect. It worked defensively on that occasion, but not enough time to pull it off offensively. So stopped from conceding the deciding score, but was unable to score it. And here comes Camilo, plunging in to take the victory.
Accusers prevail. Their pyre nearly was extinguished there, but no.
GG.
I was close.
Thus end this night's proceedings.
Well played. All right.
Until the stars align.
Anor is offering to swap out if there is anyone else who is interested in getting in today. Is there anyone who has not yet gotten the chance to play who would like to do so? Yeah, I know Core has not gone in. Core, okay. We can get you in. Sure thing. And thanks for stopping by, Anor. Good to have you, as always. GG's.
Thanks for the race.
All right, let's get an invite out for Core. Come on, remote play. There we are. Do we have anyone else who wants to get in? Or is it just Core looking to get into the action here? Only seeing Core at the moment, so alright, that's fine. We'll do a single switch and we'll go Core against Camilo in that case. Turn customize back on before I forget.
So boring.
I mean, if we want to turn it back off, that is always an option. Alright, we should have Core on player 1 here.
What exactly does this do?
What's that?
Hey, look at the chat.
Oh! Oh!
What does
Oh!
Oh,
There we go. Now I see what you're talking about. Why didn't you say so? Okay, hold on just a second here. I'll set up Core. Let me just get rid of this. Nightwings.
I'm
Sigil.
afraid of what's happening.
Well, you know. Hold on. So we're just gonna, I mean, I guess we can keep the Accuser's tag on, but realistically, what we really want here is that. All right. Okay, now this can work. This can work. What is this whole Falcon Ron summoning thing, he asked. Oh well, you are about to find out. Falcon Ron? What's he doing here? Well, Camilo breaks out the big bucks, cashing in the lid coin, and you will find out. Oh, hold on.
Click inside.
You are correct. Core Sigil is incorrect. What do we have going on here?
That's what I'm asking.
That's weird. Oh, okay. Nope, never mind. It's fine. It's fine. I was looking at Nightwings, not true Nightwings. I was like, huh? The Nightwings sigil should not be on. Why is it showing up? Because I pressed the true Nightwings button. That's why. Silly lids. There we go. Thank you. Okay. There we are. Alright, well, we have the Falcon Ron request, so that takes precedent. Let us begin.
The Pyre Hearts shall now face the accusers.
Otherwise, that's a big asterisk. Outside of the whole Falcon Ron thing, your team composition is all up to the players. No specific requests, but of course, there may be a way or two in which Falcon Ron imposes his will on this match. And no, it is not by allowing Snadra to use the Imp Legendary Talisman, in case you were wondering. Camilo with the all left side quick throwing Volfred. Core went with the power casting Snadra. Now Core going Typhoon Bottle on Volfred. Exploding Gilman in the second spot for Camilo.
It's not a good idea.
Exile.
Speedy Raji in the last spot for Core. And Prayer Beads Pamitha is the final choice for Camilo. So this will be our first matchup of the day between Core and Camilo. But Camilo, of course, throwing a monkey wrench into things by activating Falcon Ron. What exactly does that do, he asks. Well, there's only one way to find out. As Camilo gets off to a quick start here with a 25 damage sap throw. Camilo with Pamitha.
Where's the thing?
And another quick throw here, good for 20 damage this time.
Sandra didn't see that coming. Oh.
More of the harp-pushing teammate strats. Snadra leaps over the defense, and in 20 damage and 10 leech as well, so net 30 on that score.
Can you switch to the right one, please?
Gilman, he's banished. Everyone down, but Core unable to sprint, jump, throw, or use any other special abilities, and is able to thread the needle there. The 22 damage imp throw.
The accuser's fire grows weaker.
Oh, and there is the sap shielding nomad strat for Core. One that we saw some people breaking out earlier.
The orb is taken.
Pamitha banished here.
Banished all of them.
Everyone down on Core's side, but with the Typhoon Bottle, Camilo unable to sprint, jump, throw, or use any other special abilities as well. Both players have that effect. For a second, I thought everyone was banished on both sides. Snadra, exploding sapling, takes her down. Quick throw from Camilo, good for 25.
The accusers shall prevail at this rate.
Orb inadvertently hits Camilo's Pyre, bounces back out. Everyone down on Camilo's side now, though. Core slowed and eventually cornered, losing Snadra in the process.
The orb is up.
Why does it switch me?
Snadra taken out once again by the exploding sapling. There is the harp teammate sacrifice strat, which actually kind of worked on that occasion, dare I say.
Now end the ceremony.
And one score potentially all that Camilo needs here. I know Camilo did not take any rekindling on the sap, but I don't remember if Core did.
It did.
Exploding sapling, taking her out once more. But the throw is off the mark. Core with the counter. And once again, sneaky imp throw. Good for 18 there.
Now to the flame.
Panther. Just trying to dance around, buy some time to get some teammates back. Wilfred has returned now.
Unexpected.
Down he goes. Snadra for Core. Miraji, who has in many ways been Core's greatest offensive threat, plunging in here for another 25. As I was saying, Camilo
Neither
does not have rekindling from the sap. Therefore, one score is potentially all that Core needs here.
farewell.
Everyone down
Caesars.
on Camilo's side. Core unable to score on that occasion with Snadra, but Snadra still causing some trouble. Gilman for Camilo.
None left unscathed.
Gets banished, but also banishes Core in the process. Snadra again. Avoids that exploding sapling. And plunges in for the win.
RPG.
Fire hearts prevail.
GG.
A victory so narrowly achieved, and thus more glorious.
Well played, you two.
The ceremony is complete.
Alright, well, let's head on back. And let us know, chat,
Until the next rite.
if there is anything we would like to see for the next one. We can, switch Camilo back. He's no longer on Team Ron.
Sadly.
Sadly, right. Back to being the accusers. But let us know if there's anything else we'd like to do for the next one. Not seeing anything at the moment though, so of course we could always just jump in and have the players take whatever they want. That works too. So on this occasion, let's go with that.
The Pyre Hearts.
Ooh, I think this might be our first Pit of Malith all day, if I'm not mistaken.
Who shall conduct the rites?
I'm not sure we've been here yet.
I could see. Yes, I know it.
Core goes vanishing throws on Barker.
I'm not one-dimensional. You know what I'm gonna do.
Camilo goes prayer beads on the stowaway. Web Lanthorn Messenger Imp, second spot for Core. Now Exploding Gilman on Camilo's side. Thorned not Gilman. That's the last choice for Core. Whereas Camilo goes with the meta Joe Dario.
Commence
Core first to the orb.
The first
And
dousing.
first to score here with an 11 damage throw from Barker.
Oh,
And a tie between the Stowaway teleporting to the orb and Barker running there, but it is the Stowaway who gets the last say here, plunging for 20. And she had prayer beads, so she is back, as we see here. And off the wall she went, although Core still able to stop her.
patience, reader.
Camilo, now with Jody. She's banished.
Oh my god.
Stowaway just barely avoiding banishment there. But it's only Gilman back defensively, and he was out of position there. So time for Core to throw that one in for 15.
What am
Barker
I doing?
out of stamina, but can banish with his throws. Camilo gets it back, blocks, and banished though. Worm versus Worm. Oh, and Core still had Barker hanging out next to the Pyre.
Into the adversary's flame.
Stowaway. Blocked. Now banished. Core with Gilman. Trying to get past the opposing Gilman, but can't do so. Jody on one end. Meanwhile, Core is setting up a portal on the other end. But once again, it is Camilo getting the final say, because scoring resets that portal placement. Jody turning into one demon army here. Banished the entire team, and then threw it in for 30.
Now go on, just once more.
Stowaway.
Dude.
So close, but not quite close enough.
I think
And that plunge is good for 15, but that means Core is still holding on.
Unfortunate for the
And
accusers.
Camilo defenseless, so opportunity here for Core. Oh, except a little slow with the throw. Second attempt.
The
That
orb
one's
can
good
go
for 15. Well-timed cast from Core.
Poor
Camilo still in possession.
Your exiles have
And
been
any score would do for Camilo, but it is Core once again whittling away. 8 damage there. But there is Camilo plunging in for the win.
accusers prevail.
Good game.
Right
GG.
conducted with aplomb. The rite is complete.
Well played, you two. So let's head on back.
Until the next rite.
And let us know, chat, if there's anything we'd like to see for the next one. We have Fall of Solium from Herp and Horse. How's it going? We can certainly go to the fall. Is there anything else we'd like for this one? In fact, we've not had much at the fall. Not sure if we've had any matches at the fall today. Camilo strategically switching to the Fate. Okay, hold on. Let me just switch you over here as well. Not gonna sneak that one past me. There we are. It looks like it might just be the arena, though, and nothing else. So let's get started.
The Pyre hearts shall confront the fate. Welcome.
Okay, so no requests affecting your team composition here. That much is still up to you. Or we'll go Speedy Jodariel. Camilo with a power casting Headwind.
Messenger.
Web Lanthorn Messenger Imp is the second choice for Core. Then
Tizo.
offensive Tizo with the Kerfang for Camilo. Quick throwing Manly. That's Core's final choice. Whereas quick throwing Bertrude for Camilo.
Now begin.
Jody, first to the orb.
My goodness.
First to get banished as well. Headwind. Can't avoid the exploding sapling. Oh, and that exploding sapling takes 2 victims that time. Headwind does return, though. Just in time for Camilo.
Ouch. That's very unnice from you, Core.
Oh, Core does now have a portal right on top of Camilo's Pyre. Just about.
Do
An
it
automatic
already.
score here. And there it
I
is.
have been scathed.
Oh, and the power cast, though, right into the sapling, bounces back and takes out both Headwind and Bertrude. Just Tizo now.
Meddlesome imp.
That didn't kill him.
Now, Core's end, scoring
like-
with Messenger Imp.
The orb is taken.
Just Manly now for Core. Camilo trying to rush him down, but just enough protection from the sapling. 2 times over at that.
I grabbed the orb.
And Core now, with time and space, to throw that one in for 25 from Manly. Jody knocks back the defenders, and a plunge, I think, would have sealed the deal there. Unless Camilo had rekindling, but I don't think he does. Core opts for the throw, and with only 25 damage means Camilo still holding on here.
Blow against the
And not only 20 damage, but 10 leech. So Camilo back up to 15. Now that is still possible, of course, for Core to finish it with 1 score. And Headwind is now gone in this round after having plunged.
unfortunate.
And Camilo is now defenseless.
And it is
Was Sap facing the wrong direction
was
when he
going
threw it at the
nothing
fire
back.
there? Or is that just me?
vigor and resolve.
What are you
Was
talking
it-
about? I think you're seeing things.
The right is done.
Maybe 3 straight hours of fire is not making you well.
No, don't hint at that.
It looked like
Vince, you're
a
doing
no-look
fine.
throw.
We can go quite a bit.
Alright, well, that was the Fall of Solium. We'll reset the arena now, but let us know if there's anything we'd like to see for the next match. Not immediately seeing anything though, so of course we could always leave this up to the players. Range of Demons for the song, okay. We can certainly do that. So song locked in. Will that be all though? seeing nothing else at the moment. So let's get this one started.
The Pyre Hearts shall take on the fate. Welcome.
Alright, so no requests affecting your team
Who
composition.
shall conduct the rites?
That's up to you.
Stunning claim. I don't like what this is going for.
Hold on. Core. Changes the setup here. Goes Lady River with the legendary talisman for the extra jumping distance.
I never use this. I can't remember.
You do still have one more mastery. You do still have one more mastery. There you go. Okay.
Bertrude.
Quick throwing Bertrude. Core now with the extra starting Pyre life from Snadra. And Leech on Rookie for Camilo.
Messenger
Speedy
in.
Messenger Imp is Core's final choice. And Camilo will take Prayer Beads with Hamatha.
Begin.
Core, first to the orb. But blocks. And vanish 2 times over. Snadra does have a portal and can bring back her teammates and shoulder smash the defenders while she's at it, helping to set up that 25 damage Imp Plunge. That means no Messenger Imp in this round. Camilo sidesteps the cast, and Quick Throw is not far enough to land there for Bertrude. Hamatha. She's banished by Snadra.
Orb is taken.
Rookie recovers. Back to Bertrude. The Bertrude vanished. Snadra.
Oh, did that one
And then the
again?
throw from Lady River. I'll be honest, I was very tempted to continue with the alliteration there, which I accidentally wandered into.
A pious
Core, the throw for 14.
Oh,
And then a quick plunge there from Camilo for 20. That was Rookie, but Rookie is now gone, and that means a little more space for Core to plunge in here for 15 with his Worm. He also did not have Prayer Bead, so he is down 1 exile now. Core, you can see, as soon as he moves the Imp toward the opposing Pyre, you wonder if he's going for that portal, and he did.
show from Sandra the Unseeing.
The insta-plunge from Snadra after going through that portal. Here is Messenger Imp again, though this time with possession.
Good.
So plunges in directly. No need for a portal that time.
Their adversaries did
Good
not
game.
even come close.
GG.
The rite is ended.
Well played, you two. Alright, we'll head on back.
Until the next rite.
And now, it is starting to get fairly late, so I think it may make sense for us to go into our penultimate right here, the last one in which we'll take requests before our liberation rite. So if there is anything that we would like to see setup-wise before the night is through, then this would be our chance to do it, and Camilo says, say no more. It is time to turn Customize off once again. Fair enough. We could still do an arena or a song if either of those are of interest, but otherwise, Exiles, Masteries, and Talismans all locked in here, as they will all be randomized for this next match. And that's all I am seeing. So it looks like that will be it. So let's get started.
The Pyre Hearts.
Alright, what will it be this time? We're at the Glade for core. It is Sap, a Harp, and an Imp. And it's double Sap and a Harp for Camilo. Somewhat similar from an Exile standpoint. At least one Sap and one Harp apiece, but core has an Imp, whereas Camilo has that second Sap. Of course, other details may vary significantly. The Masteries, the Talismans. We'll learn more about that as we go. Soxiana. Blocked. Has Fell Swoop. Hamatha for core. Has it back. Oh, has the Salute. Helping to set up that Sap throw. Good for 12. So it seems like Camilo's Harp might be more right side, whereas Core's is more left side. Big exploding sapling play there, though, from Camilo. And humongous implosion potential on Core's Messenger Imp. That is terrifying. Huge exploding sapling from Core. Everyone down on Camilo's side, and extra throwing damage for Core. A little bonus there. It's 33 rather than the usual 25.
So much for Wilfred.
Core with Hamatha switching. Oh, Black Hoof? Wait, who had it?
The demon.
The demon has it? Wait, no one has it. Hold on. What? Now you're messing with me.
I would never. Oh, you did that thing again.
It's the Harp Salute setting up what is once again an extra throwing damage Sap toss. Milo looking to return the favor, but that throw is short. It is, what, one of Core's Saps? Is it Volfred? Who has the inability to pick up the orb? No, it's Hamatha, right there. No, I take it back. It's Messenger Imp.
Not the Messenger Imp.
Not the Messenger Imp, no! Oh, huge Fell Swoop play there from Camilo.
I would never.
Soxiana patiently awaits the right opportunity, but that was not it.
How very sad for
But
the
Core
Have two
clears
traps
out
and none
room.
of them knowing this.
Alright, obviously it is not the inability to pick up the orb with the Sap, because he scored several times with it. Also, 40 rekindling. That's an odd number. That means Right Light had to be involved, doesn't it?
what the scribes
Yeah.
ordained.
It was 10, 10, right?
10, 10, and 20, presumably? Yeah.
Meddlesome imp.
So, Camilo is on the second life bar, but does have 40. And is painfully inching closer with that numbing gust Sap.
There.
Pushed away that time by the Harp, making it that much more difficult. Core trying to hide in the corner there, behind all the trees. Camilo was not fooled.
Ah, GG. Oh no, sir.
Core switches in. Extra damage on the Sap throw, this time only the one extra damage though, 26 total.
More like that.
And because this is Camilo's second life bar, we know that Core has enough damage now to finish the job with one score. Core moving in with that imp, sets up a portal right on top of the pyre. But Camilo in possession, and if he scores, can reset that portal placement and does just that. Fighting over positioning of those saplings, controlling the arena, and it is Camilo who gets the initial orb. Only to be banished soon thereafter, though.
I'm so slow. Why am I so slow? Because
Seems
I have
like
quickness, so there's
Both
hangover.
players seem to have very slow teams here.
No, I have hangover from the last match.
Oh. And it is Camilo once again here. This time with a harp plunge, good for 20, but that means no harp in this round. Making it a little bit tougher, and Core trying to get that harp throw off, but not enough time to do so. Camilo needs to somehow find a way to get the job done with just 2 saps. And not the usual offensive sap tools that we see people use in this type of situation. And if
Wait, I'll
Camilo
give it
cannot
back.
score, then that means Core can get the deciding point.
Higher hearts prevail.
GG.
Perhaps a stretch of
GG.
fortune ought to be thanked.
Well played, you two.
The rite is complete.
All right, and we'll head on back.
Until the stars align.
And at this point, I think it is time. Ooh, can we squeeze in one more for the Ashen Coal request? Sure. If it works for you guys, you good for one more before the Liberation Rite? Because we have a request for Ashen
Yeah.
Coal for both of you.
Yeah, sure.
Yes.
Okay. So this will be our... This, in that case, will be our second to last match. And then we'll go into our Liberation Rite after that, and we won't take any requests for that one. But we can double Ashen Coal here. Oh, hold on. But we have more. Both players must use some skills to increase their pyre life.
Rekindling counts?
Yeah, does rekindling count here? Because there's the sap, or rather the demon mastery that gives you the extra starting pyre life. But other than that, it's mostly the rekindling.
There's also like Leech could kind of.
Yeah, you could
Yeah.
maybe count leech.
Okay.
You were thinking demon? Okay.
But that's an exile request.
I mean, it's a it's a skills
Force
request
gets to do an exile
disguised,
request.
or it's an exile's request disguised as a skills request, is what that is, I guess.
The disguise.
All right, so basically a demon with the extra pyre life mastery, along with Ashen Coal. You could still use the rekindling if you want, though. Okay,
But it's not-
gotcha.
but-
Rekindling is
but-
an optional add-on.
Well, okay, yes, but if I decide not to do demon, can I do rekindling instead?
I
Like,
do not think you are allowed to skip the demon. I think the demon is required. The rekindling is optional. Okay.
135 with Ashen Coal,
165.
Rekindling, and Leech.
Just one long game with big health pools at the very end of the night.
Please.
Now is the time to set the record for the longest rite.
The
You know what the
power
counter
No,
to?
please no.
shall take on the
It's you gotta get Frozen Soul.
Welcome. Who shall conduct the rites?
Alright, so you need the extra pyre life on the demon. Somebody needs to have Ashen Coal for the extra starting pyre life, but Core will start with the Speedy Jody.
Okay, wait, what am I doing? I don't know. How are we fighting this?
I mean, I can tell you what you're doing for one of your exiles.
Yeah, thank you. Hmm.
Okay, it'll be Thorned, not Volfred, in the first spot for Camilo.
Sorry.
Core lock in the Ashen Coal on Snadra, so Core has met both of the required criteria. Now Camilo has done the Demon extra Pyre Life Mastery, but does still need the Ashen Coal in the last spot. Whereas Core can do whatever he'd like here. So he'll go with a Leeching Udmilda. There is the Ashen Coal on Bertrude, so both players ready to go with the extra Pyre Life, 165 apiece here. Series of banishments, rather close to Camilo's Pyre. Maybe not the place he would like for that to be happening. Jody. Banished here. 4. With Milda. The throw lands for 19. Oh, and Core able to get that orb just before Camilo placed a sapling to block it. Another quick throw from Core. This time it's just 8. 4 quick banishments near Camilo's Pyre, and Camilo momentarily was defenseless there, but got Jody back. And dispossesses and then banishes Core's Udmilda. Jody for Camilo. Snadra gets rid of her and then brings back Core's Jody, only to quickly be banished again. And then everyone down on Core's side. It's time for Camilo, but in this case, it's a full 30 damage throw.
The Pyre heart seemed to be falling behind.
Core now with Jody. Banished. Jody again. It's time for Camilo, but she's down. Only to come back quickly. Throw for Camilo. Good for 15. Oh, and remember, Core has Leech. As he moves in with Jody and plunges in for 30. Oh, and Core breaks out the Crone Salute. All of Camilo's exiles now defenseless Howlers. So it's 30 damage. And I believe that was Core's Leeching Exile, yes? Core back up to 135 now.
Quite the close call there, no?
Camilo looking to return the favor. That throw is unblockable. So it'll land for the full 30. And the Crones becoming a big factor on both sides here. Camilo trying to continue that trend, but doesn't work out on that occasion. Jody knocks Snadra away, but not until she's successfully banished someone with a cast. Crone versus Crone, and unsurprisingly, the Crone wins. Jody trying to bully around the defense, but does go down. Once again, lots of banishments right in front of Camilo's Pyre, and the way it concludes is with Core plunging in for 30 damage from Jody, and then follows up quickly with a 30 damage Crone plunge. And at this point, Camilo down to 18. Camilo, though, with an opportunity here. Oh, for a second I thought that was going to go off to the side, but does get 23 from that Crone throw. Core with Jody. Camilo retrieves. Now his turn with Jody. Oh, but Snadra shoulder smashes. And that throw is unblockable. But Camilo does have 10 rekindling. So holding on, at least for the moment. Core, back at it here. Can't get the job done with Udmilda. So now it's Camilo's turn. A bit of an opening here for Jody. Probably could have gone in for the plunge, but opted for the throw and didn't have enough time for it. Oh, Core gets a banishment there. Might have had a chance to make something out of that. Jody against Jody. Both Jodys go down. But Camilo's comes back quickly. Core. Now with Snadra and Jody. Everyone down on Core's side, though. And if Camilo is quick, there is a chance to do some damage here. Oh, but that throw looks like it might be short. It is. Everyone down again, though. Another chance for Camilo here. Also going for the throw, but once again, not quite quick enough. Core, with his Jody, bullies the defense, but lost the orb. So Camilo fends off Core once more. Core moving in, still has Jody, and seals the deal.
The Pyre heart prevail.
GG.
Performance, I must say.
Well played, you two.
Thus end this night's proceedings.
Alright, well, let's head on back.
Until the next rite.
And now we will do our final rite of the night, our liberation rite, which means no requests for this one. We're just going to have the players take their preferred teams to finish things off in style. Of course, gotta be at the fall. Gotta turn on that sermon intro, and we'll go Never to Return Fate edition here. And if you guys are ready, then let's get started.
Welcome, exiles. Welcome to the fall of Solium. You have this opportunity to prove your worth. Prevail and step closer to freedom. Fireheart, stand ready. The Fate, stand ready. Now we shall get started.
Alright, so as we said, this will be our final rite of the night, our liberation rite, so no requests for this one. Both the players just taking their preferred teams to finish things off in style, and it's a Gilman with the legendary talisman for the extra jumping distance. Then quick throwing Jodariel on Camilo's side. Now a leeching Lady River for Core. While Camilo takes Prayer Beads Pamitha. Hold on just a second here. That's an exploding delusion. That is triple worm for Core. While Camilo goes web, land, or rather, Can Singularity on Tizo for the extra chaos. Well, as we were saying, this will be our final rite of the night, our Liberation Rite. Core on the left representing the Pyre Hearts and Camilo on the right representing the Fate. Best of luck to you both.
A true aimed thrust into the fire. Yes. Oh. Too slow there, Panther. The orb flies true. The rite is nearly ended. Oof.
First one for life.
No sign of the fate for now.
I'm done.
And there it is, at last. The
And there it
Pyre
is.
Hearts proved their
Good game.
worth.
GG.
As for their adversaries, they did not.
Well played, you two.
Thus ends the liberation rite.
And as we were saying, that was our final rite of the night, our liberation rite. So thank you everybody who participated in the rites today, and everybody who gave us the requests in chat as well. I'm gonna hop out of Discord, but I will catch you guys next time. Alright, and let me just boot them from the remote plays. Oh, I think they both left. There we go. Okay. They know the deal. Okay. But, as I was saying, that was our final rite of the night, our liberation rite. So thank you everybody who participated in the rites and everybody who gave us the requests in chat as well. This was, of course, Pyre Community Rite Night, and if you're interested in getting more involved in multiplayer Pyre, then the best way to do so is by joining the Rite Club Discord server, which you can do by clicking on that link right there. My name is Lids. I'm hosting these Rite Nights. My streaming schedule is Fridays, we are doing Mass Effect Andromeda multiplayer. Saturdays, when Mass Effect 3 is working, which it hasn't the past couple weeks, we are doing multiplayer for that, although I'm actually going to be out of town next Saturday, so at least for next week, I don't think we're going to have a Saturday stream, maybe one very late in the day for a very short amount of time. Sundays, of course, Pyre, Rite Night, and then weekdays, trying to squeeze in time after work to do some First Descendant streams, and actually tomorrow I am taking work off to do a First Descendant stream because it's my birthday. So we'll be looking forward to doing that tomorrow. Also, Lids Vids on YouTube as well, posting the VODs for all those streams there, so if you missed anything, you can catch it there as well. And also doing some Hades 2, Helldivers 2 every once in a while, usually straight to YouTube, maybe every once in a while on Twitch. But if you haven't done so yet already, of course, you can also hit the follow button to get a notification for when I go live, and you can also follow me on Twitter at LidsVids. I post everyone live as well, but actually the best place to stay up to date on all things Lids is by joining my Discord, which you can do by clicking on that link right there, especially useful weeks like this where we're going to have a little bit of an irregular schedule. But that's going to be it for me for tonight, so thank you all for watching, hope you enjoyed the stream, and I'll catch you next time.